Well, how's it going, everybody? We're out here in the pumpkin patch, and as you can kind of see behind me, you can see my wheelbarrow again. And we had our first frost. Actually, we had two in a row. We had one last night and one the night before that. And last night was a really hard frost. And I'm kind of bummed out because they didn't do as good as I wanted to. Well, they did great. They grew and they made a great ground cover, and they protected the beds when it was really dry and really hot. And if you don't have rain, you don't really have pumpkins. And I don't really water my stuff. When they were seedlings, I watered them because we were like in a 2-month drought. But just recently we started getting a lot of rain, and I started getting a lot of these young guys, these little baby Cherokee pumpkins. And I got 7 of them right here that still had a long way to go. I mean, these would have been some giant pumpkins, at least a good size. And I think they're still all right. I think I can bring them inside, and they'll still kind of ripen up, and I should be able to get some seeds from these and still eat them. But like this one right here, if you can see that line right there, let me see if I can zoom in there. You see that line? That's actually where the frost, right there. This was touching the ground, and this was on top. So a lot of these, it's mushy right here. Yep. So a lot of these might not make it. I hope they do. I'm just hoping. But I've got some other ones that I've already picked. And if we would have just had some rain in the middle of the summertime, it would have been a lot different. And there you can see my wheelbarrow with all the vines growing up it and everything. And I'll take you guys down here and show you the ones that we already picked. And we've eaten 2 of them. It's hard to resist. They're so good. Tastes like sweet potato. And I bought this big old Hubbard squash. And here's some of the Cherokee pumpkins right here. You can see nice good size. Really cool shapes. And I've had these guys out here, and you can see like the frost got the top of these. But like I said, I'm hoping I can bring them inside and they'll still be okay. So I got about seven ripe ones that are ripe. Here's the biggest one. I don't even know if I can pick that one up. I gotta set the camera down. Alright. Here's the biggest one. And a lot of them are football shaped, which is kind of cool. But I mean, that's a pretty heavy pumpkin right there. Set this next to this. Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome. And guys, these are baking pumpkins. This is food right here. This isn't like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that taste like crap when you try to bake them, and they're all bitter and everything. And if anybody's ever tried to eat a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, you know it's not the stuff that they put in the Libby's pumpkin pie, the canned pumpkin pie that you buy at the store, and the pumpkin flavoring and stuff. It's not it. It's the good baking squashes and pumpkins like these. Machata. Cucurbita machata, butternut squash is a machata. These, I'm pretty sure, are machata. They grow like it. They're resistant. I didn't have any vine borer problems. No bugs, no pests, no powdery mildew. Very, very hardy, tough pumpkin. And considering the weather that we had this year, the fact that there's any pumpkins, I think it's great. You know, if conditions were a little bit better, I'd have a lot more. But that's the reason why I planted a huge patch of them, because I wanted to make sure to get something, because we had no rain all summer long. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to plant a whole ton and see if I get some. I'm sure I'll get some the more I plant. But I've never eaten one of these Hubbard squashes, and I've heard they're really, really good. And I think they've got yellow flesh, if I'm not mistaken. These have like an orange. So yeah, that's an update on the Cherokee pumpkin patch. It's done for the year, and should be getting a bunch of seeds from these. I'm going to try to share a whole bunch of them with as many people as I can. Wanting to do a big seed giveaway this year with some Galapagos Island tomatoes, some of the red amaranth, and some Cherokee pumpkins and stuff like that. Maybe some popcorn and stuff. But that'll be kind of once it gets a little bit more cold and there's less stuff for me to do around the homestead. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Try to keep you guys posted on it as much as I could all summer long. And the pumpkin patch is kaput. You can see my rows in there. I mean, they really, I had pumpkin leaves 3 feet tall. I mean, that was just the stems of the leaves, and this is a huge pumpkin. And I started putting some radishes and stuff like that in here. I got a little patch of some radishes and some kale and turnips and bok choy and all that good stuff. You can see a little bit right here. Oh, look at the lamb's quarters even died because of the frost. But the radishes, the brassicas like the cold and everything. So, but yeah, I won't keep you all too long. You guys have a good one, and see you on the next one. Take care.